Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another GT Sport drift setup. This time round I wanted to take one of the cars from the latest update, an update that I definitely wasn't expecting considering how good the car update was at the beginning of the month. This one's not quite so good for those of us that like to drift. However, I wanted to tackle the Lancia Stratos. I'm a big fan of the car, certainly from a rally point of view, but I just wanted to see how good it would be as a drift car. As it turns out, it's another great drift car, and this one's actually really easy. I'd put it in the same sort of category as the GT86 or the MX-5, something like that. But the benefit of this is it's got a little bit more power to it. The main downside to this car, however, is its price. It doesn't come cheap. It's 600,000 credits. And the real question is it worth that much money? And it's really going to be a personal preference and choice. It's whether you've got that kind of money just floating around on the game that you want to spend. But equally, if you absolutely love this car, it's worth giving it a go. It's really, really good. But at the same time, if you haven't got that sort of money, don't worry. You're not missing out on too much. Like I say, it's just a very easy build. It's very similar to an MX-5, which you can pick up at a very small fraction of the cost. I'll take you over to my build now, where I'll explain what you need to be doing a little bit further. So with this Lancia, I have taken the power all the way to the top, so take it to level 3, all the way up there, which will give you 344 brake horsepower. Don't worry if that sounds a little bit light on the power, it does work really well, because with the weight dropped as far as that can go, which you only need to take it to level 2 there, but drop it to the 90%, you're only left with 882 kilograms, so the power to weight ratio is pretty good. Traction control for this build is set to 0. I've got comfort hard tyres, both front and rear. Brake balance is left exactly the same at 0 there. Ride height wise, I've got this one set to 100 on the front and 100 on the back. It is quite nice having a little bit of roll with this car because it helps the slide sort of continue through on some of the longer corners. Natural frequency is 1.7 on the front and 1.7 on the rear. I've got the anti-roll bar there at 7 and 4. I think that is just standard, so you shouldn't need to change that. Same again with the compression and the rebound, just leave those alone at 60, 60 and 90 and 90. Camber angle on the front is set to 3.5 and on the rear it's 0.5. Toe angle on the front is out to 0.35 and in 0.15 on the back. There's no downforce adjustment on this, so just leave that alone. Differential wise, I've set this to 40, 40 and 20. And with the transmission, I've just put the max speed at 137 there and left everything else exactly as it is. That should be everything you need with this car. Like I say, it is incredibly easy to use. It's a great learner car. I think it's just the price that's going to put people off. As always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. I've got content like this coming out all the time, and I try and cover all of these updates wherever possible. Give the video a like. It only takes a second, and I really appreciate it when you do, because it does help this channel grow so much. And use that comment section to let me know if there's anything you'd like me to be doing in the future, and also just let me know what you think of this build. I'm going to leave you with a little bit more of me just messing around with the car, and I'll see you all on the next one.
This is a Chuki production.